What's up with it? You watching the Bay Bomber TV. And yeah, we about to check out this video from the YouTube channel Culture Spill. And the title is Common finally reveals why he couldn't stand Jennifer Hudson anymore. Yeah, man, that's a fool with it. I wonder what she done did to him, man, to make him feel like that. I haven't heard nothing from them in a while, man, so I don't know what they got going on. And yeah, I haven't even checked out the video. Don't know what they talking about, but let's check it out and see what they talking about.
Child, I hate to be the one to tell Miss J Hud, we told you so. But girl, didn't we tell you that the common denominator wasn't good for you?
He might be the type of person that never really settles with somebody. Maybe he's like he's like a bee going from flower to flower to flower.
Now, what's this I'm hearing about Common allegedly moving on with someone else and blindsiding Jen? Honey, I'm confused, y'all, because wasn't he just gushing over J Hud literally just a couple of days ago?
That relationship is one of the greatest blessings and most important things in my life, in my whole journey in life. The friendship, the partnership, the life partnership, just the connection. Man, it's one of those things where you don't know truly what true partnership and relationship is until you get there.
So what?
I ain't gonna lie, is it just me or he really wasn't cooking for real though? Yeah, dude, that's a rap artist and articulate, man. I think he could have articulated something better than that for real though.
What's this I'm hearing about him having another woman keeping his sheets warm and even allegedly talking smack about J Hud after allegedly cheating on her? Is it because J Hud refused his proposal last year? Or maybe Common is trying to spin this around because people are finally catching up to the allegations that he prefers to play for the other team.
Why can't anybody just be honest? They're waiting for Chrissy Teigen to get plastic surgery and end up Jackie O so that they can be roommates and make musicals together. Let's just be real.
Okay.
He'd rather spend time with John Legend than any of these bitches.
Well, yeah. I hope you...
I ain't gonna lie, man. I will say he did mess with Jaguar, right? So she could be like a bitter ex. But yeah, I wouldn't write off everything she's saying, though. I'm not sure, you know what I'm saying? But she definitely could be a bitter ex, though, just to be honest, though.
You are seated, loves, because it's hella messy in that camp. Okay, if there's one thing we cannot deny about Common, it's that this man has been able to bag some of the top baddies in Hollywood. And other than Jennifer Hudson, I'm talking about Serena Williams, Taraji P. Henson, Tiffany Haddish, Erykah Badu, Kim Jones, Ava DuVernay, Simone Bozeman, Jaguar Wright, and even Angela Rye. Top tier Hollywood creme de la creme. The only problem is that none of these women ever stuck. And the common assumption has always been that Common is just not a keeper. I mean, we're talking about someone who admitted that once the initial fireworks were over in his previous relationships, he would just dip. He also specified that he is addicted to love and not intercourse, and that he is usually solely obsessed with the pursuit and early stages of a relationship and eventually gets bored and drops everything.
The pattern I found myself in what was called love addiction, my therapist broke it down, was like that feeling of being like, oh, I'm in love, and it's that honeymoon period that people call it. I was addicted to that feeling.
Well, damn. J Hud thought that her charm was gonna just change Common and suddenly make him a keeper? Girl, it's the Delulu for me. Well, in her defense, when he started dating J Hud, Common did say that he went through therapy and said in another interview that he could now be the marrying type. As a matter of fact, he specifically said that if he was to ever marry someone, it would be J Hud. But recently, eagle-eyed followers claim they've spotted subtle signs of trouble, like fewer appearances together, a change in body language, and cryptic posts from Jennifer that have people reading between the lines. Allegedly, Common could already be getting distracted by someone new, and the speculation has only grown louder after a few unconfirmed reports claiming he's been seen out and about without J Hud, looking a little too friendly with other women. Nothing concrete has surfaced, but we are talking about Common here, so it wouldn't be surprising. But what I'm even more concerned about is what he has been saying about him allegedly not being able to stand J Hud anymore. What could have possibly happened between them to make Common allegedly start spilling on why he couldn't stand J Hud?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie though. Common is like a artist though too. So like if females flock to him somewhere, it's probably because he an artist. You know what I'm saying? As far as him being an artist, it might even be dudes that flock to him. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get them a little autograph or something. You feel me? For real though.
For starters, people are saying that it's possible that Common is salty because Jen refused his proposal a couple of months ago. See, when there were rumors that Common wanted to propose to J Hud, sources close to J Hud spilled that she did not see herself getting married to Common because she was not ready. First of all, for the obvious reason, which is that Common has totally lived up to his name when it comes to women. The source revealed that even though Common came into Jen's life and swept her off her feet, J Hud was worried about Common's past with so many famous women and was pulling away from making a hasty decision. But let's be real, guys. Isn't this something Jen knew before she got into this relationship? Common's business has been all over for years. So it's honestly just ridiculous that she was now in doubt about marrying Common because of his history with women. Anywho, allegedly, another reason why she wasn't ready for marriage, based on what people close to her said, was that Jennifer was scared to go through the same trauma after her toxic relationship with David Otunga. And she reportedly still believed that marriage wasn't in the cards for her. She was reportedly scared to commit and vowed not to marry anyone or rush into a hasty relationship after the one she had with David. And when J Hud says that her relationship with David was a toxic one, oh, we know exactly what she means by that. The source also
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That one dude they talking about, man, he was weird, man, for real. Yeah, that was her having bad judgment. Like just looking at his picture, you could tell he an a-hole. You know what I'm saying? For real.
also said that Common tried reassuring Jen that he's in it for the long run, but Jen was still adamant. They said, Common tells Jen, despite his past with so many famous women, he's in the relationship for keeps. But Jen felt that way when she was engaged for 9 years, and she doesn't want to end up with a broken marriage and be back at square one. Maybe they never got back to being the same after that, and maybe Common realized there was no future there. But you know what? That's not even the most interesting part of this tea. Guys are out here saying that the real reason why Common couldn't stand J Hud anymore is because he doesn't even like women like that, and he got tired of pretending. Allegedly. Okay, y'all. Remember there was a time when Common's ex Jaguar Wright said that she just wishes that people would know the real truth about Common, which, according to her, is that he doesn't love black women because all he does is use them socially, and he is always clout chasing at the expense of the women. Basically, she said that Common would rather be with men. And every woman who has been with him knows that. Oh. Jag even said that we should find it a bit sus that Common has been with all of these women, and they have spoken a lot about Common, but none of them has ever mentioned the performance in bed. Well, maybe it's because they are respectful women and would rather occupy their minds with other positive things. Or maybe whatever Jaguar is saying is really true, that Common really does prefer to play for the other team. Allegedly.
But I mean, I just wish Lonnie would tell the truth. Be bisexual.
You know, someone even gave firsthand information about this tea when they narrated a story and was like, a friend's husband said he was at a Hollywood event this summer with his wife, who is linked to the industry, and Common spent almost an hour of the night chatting him up exclusively while his wife was working the event. The guy didn't even know who he was till later in the night when his wife told him. FYI, the guy is white and super good looking. Fine as get out. Anyway, at the end of the night, when his wife texted him to come to the outside area around 3 a.m. or so, Common allegedly asked him, so what are you doing later tonight? The guy said, going home with my wife, and that it was awkward. I repeatedly asked the guy if he was sure it wasn't a misunderstanding about the connotation, and the guy reassured me it was exactly how it sounded. In addition, people
Yeah, man, that's weird. Like 3 a.m. and we already leaving late. Man, hey, what you doing tonight? Like, nigga, I'm about to go to sleep. That's what I'm about to do tonight.
People have also speculated that Common may struggle with his sexuality, and he allegedly has trouble with it, being that he was allegedly taken advantage of by a man. And it could be possible that he has conflicting feelings when it comes to connecting with women because of that. Personally, I cannot confirm any allegations relating to how he likes to roll. But what I can tell you is that we've also had people saying that maybe J Hud is the problem. Because as we have noted over the years, it's like she also can't keep a man. I mean, her relationship with David was pretty messy, and David apparently discovered that J Hud may have been cheating on him and accused Jennifer of doing so with music producer Molly Music. J Hud never confirmed whether she had a fling with the producer, but things only got nastier from there. And she did talk about it in a protective order against David, saying that because David was jealous, he called her several times while she was was at a recording session in Chicago. And when he couldn't reach her, she claimed he had their son try to film her for him to prove she was romantically involved with Molly Music. In the protective order where she opened up about the alleged affair, Jennifer also alleged that David had increasingly aggressive, threatening, and behavior towards her and their son. Well, there was a bit of back and forth, with David saying that J. Hud was lying, and because she had more influence in the industry, he was getting most of the heat. He even said that he had been their child's primary caregiver since birth because Jennifer was on the road a lot, basically contradicting her claim in the legal docs that she was the primary caregiver. In addition, he also said that Jennifer was the one who forced him to choose his family over his work, and then later started complaining that he was freeloading. So because Jen had also accused
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I can believe that for real though. That's somewhat how Remy did Pat for real though. But he ain't never had no career really. And all the time we know he put his career on hold to support her career. So yeah, man, these celebrity bras be a little shady, man. I ain't gonna lie.
accused David of some serious allegations. The police opened an investigation into the allegations, and he was cleared a few months later. And Jennifer voluntarily dropped her order of protection against David on the condition that he promised to never return to her property. Nonetheless, David said that Jen was using her power and influence to make him look like the bad guy, yet she was the real monster. And he was trying to tell people that she is not who she portrays. So maybe, just maybe,
I ain't gonna lie, maybe he was walking around looking like an a-hole because she probably didn't piss him off or something for real though, man. But yeah, when they was walking like in some of them videos though, and like some of them pictures though, man, he looked kind of mad for real though.
Common also got to experience that dark side of J. Hud and just couldn't take it anymore. I've actually even seen some allegations claiming that she started feeling like Common is beneath her because she makes more money than him. Child, if this is the case, then it would be really sad considering J. Hud knew exactly what she was getting herself into. But at this point, we don't know what's really going on. We don't know if Common cheated, whether he's gone back to his old ways, whether J. Hud is the problem. We really don't know. They could even be still together, and all of this could just be nothing for all I know. But you know what? I'm dying to know your thoughts on this drama. So sound off.
Yeah, man, that's a fool with it, man. They saying Common fruity, man. Man, yeah, man, that boy Common definitely be knocking them down, though, for sure. Honestly, don't like career-wise, I think he probably do like a little few shows or something, you know what I mean? But like musically, though, man, Common ain't been popping damn near since like 2000 possibly or something, you know what I mean? Yeah, man, maybe depending on his Mac and to stay afloat or something, you know what I mean? For real, though, man. Yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie, though, he definitely did mess with Jag. She the one started doing rumors, but yeah, man, she could be a bitter ex saying some wild things. I heard females say crazy things before when they be mad at a dude, you know what I'm saying? Man, I didn't know Jennifer Hudson rejected his proposal though, man. That is crazy. She was like, hell no. She like, we gonna sign a prenup or something first, you know what I'm saying? She say, hey, we gotta put that prenup together first. He's like, damn. Yeah, man, hopefully they can get it together if they want to, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe. You're watching a Big Mama TV. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting. Until next time. All right.